Hey fellow viewers, today I'm going to show you how to replace the sway bar links and sway bar bushings in a 4G Eclipse. This happens to be a 2006 Eclipse for me. But the first step, so you can be comfortable and have more space, you want to jack up the car and put it on jack stands. Make sure to give it a little shake so you know it won't fall, that it's stable. Parking brake on. After you do all that, this is what we're gonna need right now. Start off with pliers, of course your part that you're gonna replace it with, your new bushing, maybe a torque wrench, and a breaker bar too, and a mallet. Like I said, a breaker bar and one of these ratchets. That way you're not gonna have space to get the bushing out with a long one. You're gonna need to use a short one. All right guys, the first thing I'm gonna do is use my ratchet, put it in the bag. It's gonna be a 14 millimeter, I believe. Yep. And I did that, I put it on loosen already. That way I know where to put the force with my breaker bar. And as y'all can see, the force is gonna be down. So let's get our breaker bar. I already replaced the passenger rear, so now I come with some knowledge to give to you guys. All right, so it's down. So put that downward force. There we go. I'm gonna loosen that top bolt too. I believe we got them loosened enough to where we can get it with the ratchet. Yep. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the bushing, which is right there, as you can see. Just straight back there is the bushing. So let's loosen that up. We're gonna do the same trick with the ratchet to see where we loosen, what direction. This one I like to come through here. I don't know if you guys can see behind this big thing. Put it on there, and it's gonna be upward force on this one. We gotta go up. Let's check the bottom one as well. Yep, both of them are up to loosen. So let's get our breaker bar. Oh yeah, this is the one where we can't use a breaker bar because it's too long. So we're gonna use our regular ratchet and we're gonna hit it with the mallet. So there's our regular ratchet. And we're gonna hit it down. There we go. We got it loosened up. Now we get the top. It's gonna be a little hard on this one. I'm gonna use an extension. That way I can be right here. Watch your fingers. Not getting the leverage I need there. Let me try something else. I know what I can do. I'm gonna use my long socket, long 14 millimeter socket instead of the short one. I'm gonna try to just put the force with my hand if I can. Put the force with my hand. I didn't have the space to hit it with the mallet. I'm just trying to get this sway bar this bushing loose so that the bar will be, I can move it. That way when I put the new one in, I can slide it, I can move this bar up and put it in. All right, we got those pretty loosened up. So where I have some kind of movement here. So now we're gonna continue to loosen these up. And the problem I had when I was working on the other side is I had to use some pliers on this side because the whole thing was spinning, the stud was spinning with the nut. Well, let's see if it'll do it again this time or not. Seems to be coming out so far. See, yeah, after a while, if you see you're spinning it and you don't see no progress, it's because the whole thing is spinning. So we're gonna need to grab our pliers. All right, guys, this is the setup I decided to go with. First, I placed my wrench in there, and then I placed this thing right here. And this is just one of those things when you buy beds that you build them with, all right? It fits exactly in there. And I'm able to loosen it up and put this in there and grab it with my other hand so it doesn't move and I can spin the bolt out. If you don't have that, just put a pair of pliers down back here, a pair of pliers to hold it. But that's gonna require even more strength because you gotta clip it hard. Or just use a wrench that'll fit over this nut and hopefully it won't move on you. But on the other side, I was able to do it with the pliers with that trick. I didn't know I had this laying around. So what you do is you hold this like so it won't move. And then you just start spinning it out. And that's way easier than the pliers, that's for sure. At some point, it'll be loose enough to where it'll come out. See, at some point it don't spin no more. There you go, I took that one off. Now let's do the bottom one. And the good thing with this is that I have a ratcheting wrench, so that makes it even easier to get this off. Come on, where you at, hole? Trying to find the hole. There we go. All right, we got the hole. You could also do this pretty easily if you have a hose and compressed air. But unfortunately, we're doing it the poor people way. All right, I think it's loose enough. Now we can go ahead and take it out by hand. Oh, I was just spinning the washer. I'm tripping. There we go. All right, here's the old part, guys. And as you can see, it don't have a lot of play, but look, the boots are torn. So that's definitely a reason why you need to replace it. All right, just compare it with the other part, make sure it's the same. See that? As long as the height is the same, you're good. Even if this side is longer, the stud, it'll work, you know, it'll still work. See, it's exactly the same. And it's only because this one is pointing down. If we get it to point straight like this other one, it's right on. It's perfect. All right. Make sure it looks identical. And let's put it on. And I don't think it matters how it goes on. I guess if you see when we took it off, the bottom one was pointing up. If you see one side pointing more up than the other one, put that one on the bottom. Just like that. And that's why I said, you see how it don't fit? See? That's why I told y'all to loosen that up. That way we can lift up on it. You see that? And now we got it in there. All right? Just like that. Let's try it the other way. Maybe it'll go in better the other way. Let's see. No. I like it better the other way. Just like that. There we go. That's how it's supposed to look. It's gonna be flush at the end of the day when we get them nuts on there, all right? And make sure you use the nuts that come with your sway bar link. We're just gonna get this started for now. See, that's as much as it'll let me do by hand. I'm gonna have to, some of these nuts are locking nuts and it's hard you have to torque them all the way to get them in. But the good thing is, you know it ain't coming out easily. And I'm gonna show y'all what to do in this case, because it is gonna spin with it. All right, guys, but this is the setup you're gonna do. You're gonna grab your wrench and put it, it's got a little nut on the bottom, as you can see. On the other side, that's what you're gonna hold, prevent it from spinning. And then you're gonna tighten up this side, okay? I would use a long wrench so you can have more weight helping you out, or go ahead and use your torque wrench. But let's go ahead and put some Loctite in there real quick. We're gonna put some Loctite right in here, or some thread locker. That way we know it ain't gonna back out. All right, guys, and I'm using some medium strength thread locker, the blue one. Don't use no red one. Now, like I said, get your choice, whatever you want to use to get it. I'm gonna try it with my ratchet first, until I can't do it no more. So we're gonna do the top one first, since I got my thingy on that one. See, I can do it, but I feel the resistance with my ratchet. That's as much as I can do on that one. me do the other one. So I don't like doing this crap because it done bent on me. It's all bent and stuff, but it'll still work. Just don't like how it bends like that. I'm gonna go ahead and use my torque wrench. All right, guys, I got my torque wrench. This is gonna be torqued to 30 foot-pounds. But I think you guys get the point. I'll get back to you when I get done torquing this all the way flush. All right, guys, as you can see, I got those torqued down already, 30 foot-pounds. So now let's switch the sway bar bushing. All right, there goes one bolt. These are 14 millimeters as well. I don't know if I forgot to tell you guys. While you're down here doing this work, just inspect your sway bar. Make sure it doesn't look bent or anything, which it shouldn't be unless you've been in a bad wreck. There goes the other bolt. So now make sure this bracket, when you put it on the same way. You see how it has a flat top? That goes to the facing up. And then the round one, I don't know if y'all can see, the round part, circular part goes to the bottom, all right? The bushing, like when you take it off, make sure also to put it on the same way. As you can see, I'm taking it off right here. And that's how it faces with this little slit facing toward the frame. All right, this ain't too bad. It's not cracked or anything, but I'm gonna go ahead and replace them. I mean, it's been 20 years, 220,000 miles, 235,000 miles. So let's go ahead and change it. And the only thing you need to look out for is on these sway bar bushings. Let me back it up a little bit. Just make sure the holes look about the same. It's okay if it's a little taller. It's just gonna bulge out a little bit. But once you put it on, as long as the bar don't move, the sway bar, you're good to go. And as you guys can see, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it looks about the same size hole. See that? It's the same size hole, so we're good to go there. All right, and while you're at it, go ahead and get a wire brush and clean up around it. All right, guys, I already cleaned it with the wire brush. I wasn't able to show because my camera died or my storage was full. But anyways, just grab this and wrap it around the bar, just like so. Just like that. You just want to put it around the outline that you left, kind of like so. So just like that, guys. You want to make sure it wraps around the back perfectly. So you kind of want to grab the bar and push it this way. That way you can get the back part in. Make sure it's closed like that. That's what I mean. You see how it's all around the bar? So that's perfect. That's what we want. All right. Now you're going to put your bracket. And remember what I said. The flat part goes up. Okay. And just wrap it around your thingy. Just like that. Make sure the holes align. And then run your bolts through it. And you can put some thread locker if you want on the end. All right, guys, I done got it started a pretty good bit. But now all there is left to do is tell you the torque specs. It's going to be 34 foot-pounds, guys, all right? Like, comment, subscribe, and parts will be in the video description. Thank you.